Okay, this is the last week we're doing this. For now.
For now, yes.
But I'm gonna miss playing this keyboard.
I'm gonna miss this 90s keyboard with the slow jams. Yeah, so it is time for our final Melodifestivalen predictions.
Yes.
For 2022. So in the final, we have 12 songs. We have the 8 that got through each of the heats, 2 from each heat. And then we have the 4 that got through the semi-final last week. Okay, so let's just get this out of the way. The first song is going to be my favourite and yours, I'm sure. Klara Hammarström.
Klara Hammarström's song was obviously a bit bass hunter influenced, should we say?
Now you're gone, I realize my love for you was strong.
Okay.
Okay. And I run to the hills, I'm making it on my own, I'm facing my demons, here I go. I'm running alone on the hills where the broken hearted go. I'm running to save my haunted soul. I'm running to the hills.
Yes. It's a bit more of an anti-drop, and she has like soft vocals in the beginning, but I wanted to play more on the bass hunter.
And I wanted to do that ad-lib.
I mean, I like the anti-drop thing of it, and I think it works quite well on the studio version, but live it is not the same thing as when you have a loads of her voice in the mix.
Exactly. My honest, genuine opinion is that it is a dated song, and that her as an artist, she doesn't have the presence to pull off something that could be perceived as very cheesy or smördig in Swedish. I think it comes off as cheesy / smördig and not as like a cool pop diva song.
Nah,
That's my problem with it.
I mean, the production is modern, but
it's Bass Hunter. It's a Bass Hunter beat. I'm sorry, Bass Hunter, but he hasn't really been socially relevant in about 15 years.
Exactly. And also the melody, it's meant to be a bit like folky, almost like running through the hills. You get a forest feeling of it, but I don't think it works with her as an artist.
No.
They're trying to hype this up with I'm doing something new, but
it's not.
It's a mix of all stuff.
It's like if Bass Hunter and Nightwish got together and had some weird baby. Okay, the second song is one we did last week, so we won't be singing it again. That is Theoz. Som du vill.
That's all you get on that song.
That's all you're gonna get. So Theoz was a bit of a surprise to get through. I should have mentioned with Klara Hammarström, she is currently 3rd favourite in the odds, and Theoz is actually the bottom of the odds. It is the least favourite. I don't think he's going to come last, but I do think he's not going to win for a very sad reason. He's singing in Swedish.
Yes.
It's a great song. He does it really, really well. He has a really good voice, amazing stage presence. I really love that song. It's stuck in my head and has been since week 1.
Maybe it has been stuck on people's heads a bit more since he got to perform it a second time. Mm-hmm. So maybe he will have an advantage to some of the other ones, like we said before, Robin Bengtsson.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And where he is in the running order and the songs around him, I think is going to do...
He's going to get the party started. But is Sweden ready for the funk yet?
No, but the kids are. All the screaming teenage girls.
They're ready for him, yeah.
They're ready for him, yeah. Okay, so the next one is Bergendahl. Again, another one that we did last week. I see a higher power rise. It's a solid song. People like her. I think the song and the staging are too big for her.
Yeah, and there are other songs that will feel more outward in this final.
Again, it feels a little bit dated, this whole kind of like country pop, the kind of country EDM type thing.
Yeah,
it's very Avicii Hey Brother vibe that was very big kind of like 10 years ago.
I know that they have tried to make it a bit less housey and more like dun, 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 dun.
It's fine. It's a fine song. I just don't think it's going to vibe that much with people compared to some of the other artists that we have in here. The odds seem to reflect that. She's second bottom.
Okay. Now we're going to...
let's move on to something new!
Yeah!
Something that's going to be a bit of a challenge. Jon Lundvik, Änglavakt. Med det klarar jag allt.
Yeah.
Ja. För jag kan inte andas utan det. Jag lovar att allting ordnar sig. Att du svaggar ju stark. Men det klarar jag allt. Det finns ingen vackrare än du. Varje gång du ser på mig som nu. Står tiden still. Stanna kvar här i natt. Våra hjärtan slår i takt. Jag kommer alltid vara din änglavakt.
I think this song speaks for itself, really. It instantly feels like a classic Mello ballad.
Yeah,
It draws influences from Jon Johansen, like I said before, but also
Disney.
maybe a little Disney, a little John Legend,
Yes, yeah, that's actually very accurate to say.
and some Norwegian song that I didn't know, but it was very similar as well.
Oh, okay. It flew through the heat as well. It was a very competitive heat. It was second heat.
Just that.
Especially the younger generation really like him as well.
Yeah, no, but I feel like this is just a guy that seems very...
Personable.
yeah?
He's been involved in a lot of TV shows. He's been involved in a lot of musical things kind of around Sweden, not just in Stockholm, but some very high-profile television things.
He's Simba in The Lion King.
He
in the
is
Swedish
Swedish
version.
Simba in The Lion King.
I might say that he could be the Swedish John Legend,
Yes.
because he does a bit of soul
Absolutely.
stuff.
And
Soul
he's
stuff.
a very good songwriter.
He's a good songwriter. He has these ballads that everyone seems to like, and he has kind of a dad image on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, his Instagram is like 50% music and 50% his kids, who are adorable, by the way. But that's got nothing to do with whether he's going to be Mello or not. So
I feel like this is a song that is not going to win, but it will place quite high, and it will become very popular.
yeah, I think honestly this one's going to get lost because I'm looking at the running order now and I can see the next two songs, and
And it is in Swedish,
it is in Swedish, and
which means no points from the international.
exactly, we'll come on to that in a little bit later, but yes, singing in Swedish tends to be a big disadvantage in Mello, and that's unfortunately how it's been for quite some years now.
Yeah.
Moving swiftly on, the next one is one that we sang last week as well. It's my favourite. It's Torna Sekelius. My way, my way. So Torna has kind of won over a lot of people, I think.
So that could also be a song that does better because people have heard it once more in the semi-final and started
Yeah.
vibing with it.
It's a very cheesy song, I would
Yeah.
say.
I think this is the kind of song that would be popular in Swedish Mello in the noughties.
Yeah. Torna kind of got her big break as an artist by writing the official song for, like, the official Pride song for 2017 Pride in Stockholm. The music that is in that kind of sphere that a lot of the drag queens released, that RuPaul has released, a lot of artists that are associated closely with the Pride movement, because obviously I recognise Torna is a member of the trans community and is most certainly not a drag performer. But people who are involved with the Pride community as a whole, the music feels a little bit more dated, but that is the genre.
Yeah, they like 90s,
House, trance.
90s music and noughties music.
I do think it's very, very of its genre. And I love that it's being brought more into the mainstream and that Torna is so confident. She owned that stage on Saturday. She knew she was going to nail it, and she was note perfect. Not a bad note. And what dress are we going to see? I know the song is good. I know she's going to nail the vocal. What dress are we seeing?
Let's see on Saturday.
It's going to be gold. I guarantee it. It's going to be gold. she has shot up in the odds since the semi-final, so I'm really proud of her. She's done really, really well. The next one we're going to talk about is kind of, I think it's fair to say that there is a top two this year that people are expecting it to be between. This is the first of them. This is Bagge with a song called Bigger Than the Universe.
So this song, I feel like the build-up in the first half of the chorus is a bit musical, almost. Like his voice. And then comes this, we are.
Which I said in our prediction video that there was going to be a chanting element.
Yeah, and that is the ultimate chant.
We are, Liverpool. It's like a proper football chant.
Yeah, or if you remember Youth of the Nation by POD, we are. I don't think this needs any drums.
Okay. Should we try? Hear my heart, it's beating like a symphony. Every word is poetry. We are, reaching for the stars like satellites up in the sky. In a world of human life, we are, bigger than the universe. So this is a huge song. It's a big stadium rock, but fundamentally I think that how this song performs may leave some people disappointed.
Is this like a song that everyone in Sweden will like and people in the rest of Europe are gonna be like, what's so good about this song?
Yes, I can see multiple realities. I'm a bit like Doctor Strange in the Avengers, going through the millions of possibilities. And I see quite a few of them where this song wins.
Maybe we should make a parody. It's called Bigger Than the Multiverse.
Bigger than the multi... Step aside, Norberg brothers. But no, it's because of who Bagge is.
Yeah, he's just a person that
People
a lot of
love.
people in Sweden like,
Really love him.
and people in Europe won't understand why.
No.
But what they don't know is that he's written some of the world famous songs that everyone knows.
Yeah, he's worked with Celine Dion, J-Lo, Mariah Carey. He's worked with all the big divas. And he's also a judge on Swedish Idol. He's a household name.
He is.
And I have to say, I've not seen a reaction like it for when he got through. Everyone was chanting, Bagge, Bagge, Bagge. And everyone's still talking about it.
So maybe this is a bit like Tusse last year, that everyone is supporting him, everyone's standing behind him, but people outside of Sweden might think otherwise. Us in Sweden, we like this kind of song. Like, it has a big message, it has a big production, it has a big everything.
Yeah.
And these more
It's
like...
bigger than the universe.
Yeah. But these anti-drop songs like Liamoo this year or Dotter last year might be more popular in most other countries in Eurovision.
Yeah. Okay, next one is another new one as well, and it's by another former Eurovision entrant of Sweden, certain Mr. Robin Bengtsson.
Yes!
And I'm sorry to say that I think that this one's going to finish pretty low as well, but I don't know why, because it's actually a really good song.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of song that would maybe be too happy for Eurovision, but I'm glad that he seems to do what he wants.
Yes.
He seems really happy with the song.
He bought his band. It
He
wasn't
did.
just two random people and stuff. There we go. I just want to stay in this moment.
Okay.
1, 2. Oh, I just want to stay in this moment. Take a little sip of the ocean. Really go. We don't have to complicate it. I just want to stay in this moment. Take a little sip of the ocean. Really go. Want that innocent love. Want that innocent love. We got the world in our hands, baby, shaking it off like. I think it's a really good song. song. We had it on in the car on the weekend.
And it really worked.
It really did. I heard it in the gym. But I do have to say, it's one of the few songs where I think he does it better live than in the recording.
Yes.
He has more fun with it. His ad-libs are so much better live than they are in the recording. And I don't know why it's so low in the odds.
I still think I Can't Go On is a better Eurovision song than this one.
Oh, I absolutely agree, but this is a great song.
This is a great song, and I'm happy to see him do what he wants.
Yes.
He just seems like a very professional artist.
When they did the introduction, he was in his home studio and he had like he had proper equipment and everything.
Yeah.
And it's just, I get a better feeling about him as a person and as an artist and a musician, having seen what he's done in Mello so far. It's a great song, a really great song. I really love this song. The next song is Faith Kakembo's Freedom. Freedom, oh, till I find.
I think it's actually the same as first one. Oh, till I...
Yeah. I won't give up, I'm not afraid. No, my hope don't stop believing. I can trust, won't suffocate. No, my heart's gonna keep me breathing till I find my freedom. Oh, till I find my freedom. Ooh, you gotta breathe a lot.
It's a very difficult song to sing.
Yeah, it is. I can I vouch.
I didn't think she nailed it 100% on the first performance.
No, I didn't either. So it's a difficult song. It's a big song. She has the voice for it. I just don't know if she has the nerves for it.
It's a big song, like you said. It's a self-empowerment song. Mm-hmm. It's the kind of song that Sweden likes, again.
Yeah, I said last time that it's a spiritual successor to Voices. It's written by the same people as Voices. It's not doing too well in the odds. It's just above Robin Bengtsson, fourth from the bottom. I think it's too similar to Voices to make an impact. Maybe if this had been an entry last year instead of Voices, then yes, absolutely. But I think it's
going to get lost among the others.
She's, after a couple of big songs, she's got a big song, and then we're on to another song that is very different but a much higher up the odds and that I've heard a little bit more about. Should we move on?
Yeah. I'm just seeing the song list here. Do you think people writing their names in capital letters, that makes like a big impact?
No, it just makes them sound like they're shouting.
Theoz! Liamoo! Medina!
So next is Liamoo.
Liamoo!
I knew you were going to do it. And still, it surprised me. With I'd say this is one of your favourites this year, if not your favourite.
Yeah, I really like this song, and listening to it in headphones, it has so many details in the productions.
The production is immaculate. We had it on in the car as well at the weekend.
And this feels like a song that, even by radio pop standards, is a good song.
Yeah.
Even outside the Mello Eurovision bubble.
Yeah.
And in some weird way, they managed to combine this like EDM world music with 80s synth pop in a weird way that works.
So when the night turns to dust, I become so heartless. I'm so heartless. And when the night burns the love, I become so heartless. Become so heartless. I just keep on bluffing. I just keep on bluffing. I think it's a really, really good song, like I said. The production is great. It's performed really well. He does it really well. And he's fourth favourite. And I think that is completely rightfully earned. It's a great song.
Yeah, it's nice to see him step up and do something that he seems to have fun with.
Yeah,
when he was doing ballads, it seemed a bit strained. At least from what I could see from the first performance, his voice
really good.
Really good.
Really solid. And he had the attitude to match. He was just a very confident, clean performance. And I think it's going to do quite well.
Yeah.
And then we move on to song number 10. We're nearly there. We're nearly at the end. And it's the big favourite. Let's be honest. It's the big favourite. It's the one that everybody outside of Sweden is talking about. And it is Cornelia Jakobs with Hold Me Closer. It's a very good song.
And we were pleasantly surprised that it didn't stay as a slow ballad. It built to something with a beat and
Yeah. Hold me closer, although you leave before the sunrise. Might be bleeding, but don't you mind, I'll be fine. Oh, it kills me, I found the right one at the wrong time. But until the sunrise, hold tight, hold tight. Yeah. It is the only song, in my opinion, that stands a chance of doing anything at Eurovision.
what Sweden wants, it depends on if you want that big message, that big song that Anders Bagge has, or if you want a very honest, sad love song, which has a bit of Adele, like,
It does.
qualities.
Yeah.
Her voice is a bit like Adele's, not exactly, but a bit inspired.
Yeah.
And the kind of song, like the kind of lyrics, you want your relationship that is soon going to end, you want to hold that person the last time. It's very bittersweet.
Yes, it is. It's a beautiful song and she does it so well, and if Sweden wants to win Eurovision, Sweden should send this song.
She is very new in the game.
Yeah. But she went straight through to the final. Admittedly, it was in the first week when the outvoting was a bit iffy.
But it was the best song of the week.
It was the best song. It did really, really well. She did really, really well.
And you could see that she meant what she was singing. From what we heard, the song is about a real happening.
Yeah.
And I think you can feel that when she's singing.
Penultimate song. And it is one that we sang last week. Yes, I don't have to sing another one. And it is...
Cazzi, Opeia.
I can't get enough. I can't get enough. This song is everywhere. It's in the warehouse where I work. It's on the bus. It's in the supermarkets. It's in the gyms. It's everywhere. It's a really good song. She gets better every time she sings it. I think it's going to do really, really well, especially with the younger audience that like the colours and everything, and it's a fun song and it's easy to dance
to. This is another song that feels like it could do well outside of the Mello Eurovision bubble, and like you said, it has already.
Yeah.
But I get the same vibe as Liamoo. Like, even if it doesn't do too well in the final, it will become a big song anyway.
Yeah. So we're on the last song.
Okay.
Last, but by zero means least.
Okay, I'm gonna need Becky to help me play a bit on this because it has triplets in the melody and straights in
straight eights in the left hand, and I speak from experience. It's not fun to play. So.
Okay. In i dimman, dimman, ja nu ska vi leva. Vi ska leva som i morgondagen finns. Nu ska hela världen äntligen få veta att vi ska hela vägen in. That's Medina, and this is also a very big song.
It
like
is.
It had a boof. We couldn't get those now, and this big chant.
It's a big song and it represents a lot. It has outperformed everybody's expectations. The odds have got it at 5th now, but for a very long time, Medina were basically bottom. I think it surprised a lot of people, including Medina, that they made it through so emphatically.
Some is face.
It became a meme, actually.
It is.
Yeah.
This also feels like a classic thing that they do in the final. They put a fun, unexpected entry last, and it gets people dancing.
Exactly. I actually called up the Spotify list called Top Song Sweden of the weekly music charts.
Ooh.
This is an excellent indicator as to what people actually want to listen to.
Run to the Hills is
It's the third most popular song in Sweden at the minute, and it's the most popular Mello song. It's fine, because it's closely followed by Medina. So people listen to it, people like it, and I hope that means people will vote for it. So normally Sweden has 12 international juries that give points, and then there's the televote, and the weighting is basically 50-50. This has changed slightly.
Okay.
Because they are now doing it by age group, there are 8 different categories that can be used. So therefore, to make it completely fair and even, there are now only 8 international juries.
Aha, okay.
The juries are going to be the Netherlands, Finland, Spain, Australia, the Czech Republic, Ireland, hey! Technically sort of my home country, Israel and Italy. So I think it's an interesting balance of countries, and it will be interesting to see what they prefer.
Yes.
And then, so it's going to be the other 50% will be the audience vote. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see.
Yeah, because last year the runaway favorite was
Tusse.
We really thought he was going to win, and he won. And it was the same with Jon Lundvik in 2019.
Yeah.
But this year...
I haven't outright had that this year, but I would say the closest I've come is Anders Bagge.
Yeah.
Although I think Cornelia is the logical choice, I think that Anders is going to win.
I think Cornelia's song is a better song. Anders Bagge, to me, it's very obviously written to be this big anthem, and you can feel that they've tried really hard to make that, whereas Cornelia's song feels more like an honest song. They're not trying too hard with that. For me, Mello is also about what I can listen to and enjoy after the competition, and Cornelia's song is more a song I would listen to than Anders' song.
Yeah. Melodifestivalen, at its core, is a celebration of Swedish music, Swedish culture, Swedish society. And the winner of Mello, it has to be not just what the young people want, but what the older generation want as well. And whoever wins overall has to be a balance between the two.
Yeah.
But it has to be fundamentally what represents Sweden.
Yeah.
And this is why I really think that Anders Bagge is going to win.
But I also think that is the reason why Mello music is a separate genre. Even if it's representative of what the people like, it's not representative of Swedish pop music. The people that decide what's popular in Sweden, it's mostly the kids, the 20-somethings or teenagers.
Yeah.
That's the way it always has been, right?
Yeah.
And they're just a small part of this.
Yeah.
I think the songs that tend to win or tend to do well in Eurovision are songs that have elements that appeal to all the countries, not just one specific group of countries.
Yeah, you're completely right.
So I'm afraid that even if it has a sad message, that Cornelia's song is still going to be too upbeat and too positive. I think that Eurovision songs have to have like a bit of coolness and a bit of melancholy. And Anders Bagge, his song is definitely too upbeat and too happy. So I think, even if I'm a bit biased, I think Liamoo's song has those qualities.
I think it's a good balance. I think you're completely right.
I want to go in with not too many expectations. So I have an open mind. Anything could happen.
Okay, so who's going to win?
Medina.
Okay.
I don't think it's the best song, but
no, but
I think it would be really
would be
fun.
So fun to send that in.
I think it's a good song.
It's a great song.
And I think they've done really well with their comeback, so it would be really fun.
I think there's a lot of Swedes that like Cornelia as well. Her song is being listened to a lot. It's a great song. She does it super well. She should be really proud, and she's probably going to win it. But I can't shake this feeling in my stomach that Anders Bagge it means more than just going to Eurovision for him.
And people get a strong feeling from his persona, his performance.
They know his story, they know about him, and also he's a very kind and genuine person. You think of like an Idol judge, you think Simon Cowell.
He's the kind one in that jury.
He's a kind person, a positive person who's had a great career, and now he's doing something out of his comfort zone and doing it really well, and I think a lot of people are behind him. So I can't shake this feeling that he's going to win.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Leave some comments and...
Yeah. And we'll...
The usual stuff.
Yeah, we will engage with you as much as we can. I love replying to your comments. And if you like our videos, as always, then please feel free to subscribe.
And don't forget to watch our final reaction video.
Yes, we are pulling out some stops. We're going to have a little party for two. After that, we'll see. We'll see where the wind takes us. But we will be in the run-up to Eurovision talking a lot about a lot of different things, actually. There's so many different things. So what do you want to see? Is there something about Mello history you want us to cover? Is there something about Eurovision? What, have you got any burning questions about that? Let us know in the comments below what you want to see.
And now we're just gonna play the song again. 1, 2, 3. Nu stoppar vi!